Hi betting experts, on Tuesday the 16th of June, day one at Royal Ascot, a really cracking card after the small fields of 12 runners and left we've been used to over the last couple of weeks. It makes a pleasant change. There's some huge field handicaps, some competitive group race action. The ground just on the softer side of good. There are showers in the forecast throughout the week. It's difficult to know how much they're going to get with any great confidence. I've assumed it won't be too bad. I think it'll be good to soft at worst if some of the rain arrives. The track's in magnificent condition. Obviously they've had no racing at all through the summer months. It's perfectly prepared, loads of grass cover. Hopefully there shouldn't be too much of a draw bias. There'll certainly be no excuses if there are, and it's worth watching the early races on the straight course. We're going to take a look at the whole card, but we'll start off with our value angle selection in the 335. This is the King Stand Stakes over 5 furlongs, Group 1, Class 1 for 3-year-olds and upwards. £148,000 to the winner this year. 11 runners, a short priced favourite in Batash, who I'm keen to take on at the prices. He might well sluice up. He's won 10 of his 20 starts. He's a terrific top class sprinter with a smart turn of foot who goes really well on fast ground. And has got a terrific record. He is capable of blowing out altogether, however, as he did on his final start at Longchamp, where the ground turned really soft. He was completely tailed off there behind glass slippers, and for a horse who's about 6-4 on, that's the only time we've seen him in the last 8 months, falling out the back of the television in France. I couldn't be with him at a short price. He could easily bounce back. He's yet to win at Ascot. He's run 3 times at the track and got beaten each time. He's been second to Blue Point in this race the last 2 years, so it probably doesn't do him any harm here, but it is a point that he's run 3 times at Ascot and not won. He also probably wouldn't want any rain, that's for sure, for things to ease things through the day on Tuesday. So at the price, so I'm keen to take him on, and the one I think's overpriced, around about 14-1, is John Quinn's filly Liberty Beach. Now this one's 5 from 7 in her career so far. She's a strong traveller. She's run one race at Ascot at this meeting last year in the Queen Mary, when a cracking 4th of 25 behind Raffle Price, sent off 16-1 there on just her 3rd career start, but running an absolute blinder in the circumstances. On the far side, the winner raced on the near side. She won over there, and that race has worked out very well. It's strong form. And she's carried on where she left off after 290 days off at Haydock in a competitive listed prize in June, on the 7th of June, just 9 days ago, of course, beating Queen Jojo there. Left with a bit of ground to make up from halfway, but making the ground out in the middle pretty smoothly, and I thought she won with plenty in hand. Now, she's got a big class jump up to a Group 1 from listed level here, but I think with sprinters tends to be, there's not the difference between them as there is between, say, middle distance horses, group races and handicappers, for example. With sprinters, it's much finer margin. She's a now filly. She's fit, she's well, she'll love the track, she'll go on the ground. She's got loads in her favour. I'm sure she'll run well, and that might mean she's in the first 6 in a hot race like this. But I think 14-1, if you can get on each way, I've certainly seen worse bets. I think she'll go really well under Jason Hart. For our nap of the day, we go to the 225. This is the Ribblesdale Stakes, a fillies Group 2. Another very valuable prize, fascinating contest. The one I like here is Rafe Beckett's Trefoil. Now this filly was useful last season. She made a winning debut when relatively unfancied, impressing there. Sent off 8-1 at Newmarket on soft ground, which could be important if the rain gets in here. And I really liked her run over a mile 2 in the Pretty Polly. Just 9 days ago, behind Run Wild, who we backed, betting expert value angle selection, hosed up, made all the running, destroyed the field, but I liked how Trefoil ran. She was in fact the only one to come out the pack and briefly closed down Run Wild, just getting tired and losing second place on the post to Queen Daenerys. The front 3 were 8 lengths clear. It was a fast run race. She's shaped well. I think these extra couple of furlongs will suit her. She's race fit. Rafe Beckett's absolutely flying. His horses, I think he's had 9 winners already since racing resumed, which is pretty incredible for a relatively small yard, and I think she'll go really close. Frankly Darling is the one I fear. John Gosling, another yard, absolutely banging in winners left, right and centre. At the time of recording, I think he's had about 27 winners since racing resumed, which is absolutely extraordinary, a high strike rate. And Frankly Darling is another one who's race fit, won 15 days ago on the first day we resumed at Newcastle, back down to odds on and storming home in a maiden by a long-looking 5 lengths there, looking a top-class prospect. Hugely respect her claim. She's beautifully bred. Dettori's book. She's sure to be popular, but actually on form, there can't be the disparity between our selection, who's 5-1 this morning, and Frankly Darling, who's around about 7-4. So Trefoil for me will hopefully come forwards from what was admittedly quite a hard race. That would be in the back of my mind a minor doubt that she might bounce, but I think on form she's well overpriced. Best of luck on day 1 at Royal Ascot, betting experts.